David, is it possible that the Colts will bring back Jeff Saturday, or is it guaranteed? It's a very simple question, and I'm going to answer it right now. Jeff Saturday will be the coach of the Indianapolis Colts next season. Jeff Saturday had an amazing run as interim. He won a game. He beat the Raiders. Way to go, Jeff. But that's not the real question you're asking, right? You want to know why they're bringing back Jeff Saturday. The reason is quite simple. By the way, Coca, make that an official wait to see. Jeff Saturday will be back as coach of the Indianapolis Colts after, of course, they interview minorities so they don't violate the Rooney Rule. Why? Because Jim Irsay is the owner. And guess who's running the Colts? Jim Jerry Jones Irsay. What an absolute disaster this season was. So they do a press conference at the end of the season, and they put out their GM to do the press conference, and he had some unbelievable comments. His name is Chris Ballard, and he acknowledged how bad the season was, which I would have tried to go past as quickly as possible. He violated one of the great press conference cardinal rules. Never say that you would fire yourself unless you can't be fired. Owners can say it, but nobody else. He said, I fired myself 50 times this year. I would have fired myself. No, don't do that. You may give ideas to Jim Irsay. But why do you think that Ballard has such great job security? Because he's not making any decisions. Word has come out of how Jeff Saturday got the job. He took it at 1:30 a.m., where Frank Reich was going to be fired 7 hours later. And if Saturday hadn't taken it, they would have let Reich coach one more week while they convinced Saturday. I said they. Why would I say they? It's he. It was just he. It's always he. It's just he. Jim Irsay. That's it. What is your view of meddling owners? I have some experience with that. I'm all in. It's their team. I love it. Own it. I've never criticized Jerry Jones for being the GM of the team, calling himself the GM. You can criticize his moves. You can say they've not been successful, having not won a Super Bowl in it's got to be over a decade, Coca, isn't it? What I don't like are owners who make decisions but then don't say they're making decisions. And it seems to me that Jim Irsay is making a living out of trying to convince people that he's not in charge. He's the one who pushed for Matt Ryan to be benched. He's the one who told Frank Reich which quarterback is going to play. He's the one who said we're bringing in the ESPN analyst Jeff Saturday to coach. The players were upset. The front office was grumbling. Why? Because front offices want to do their job. Scouts want to feel like they have a say in player personnel, that the owner is not making decisions based on someone who's not working for the team, someone who's not qualified to make decisions. GMs want to believe that they're running an organization, not just a budget. You want to know the fastest way to lose all morale in your team? Have an owner making decisions and not owning up to it. Have employees believe they've got power when they don't. The other thing that Ballard did at the press conference that's another no-no, just strange. He said, and I quote, he said, let me get the exact quote if you don't mind. I never take lightly what's at stake here. It's not the wins and losses, but people's lives are on the line. No, they're not. This is sports. This is entertainment. Don't give me war analogies. Don't want you to use them. We're not going into battle with another team. We're not fighting a war. It isn't life or death. You want to know what life and death is? It's what happened with Hamlin on the field. That's life or death. Going 1-7 under Jeff Saturday, being a meddling owner, getting the first pick, that's not life or death. Having a crappy team? No. He said people's lives are on the line. Players' families, coaches' families, front office, people in the building. I never take that lightly. Ultimately, it falls on my shoulders. I won't walk away from that. I won't run from that. That's my kind of employee. Ballard's standing there taking bullets for his owner. On the other hand, he's making sure that it's leaked, that everyone knows that Irsay's making all the decisions. You think Irsay's not paying attention to that? You think he doesn't realize that? Give me a break.